chills.
Number 1. About a month ago, I found myself searching through YouTube for some reviews and demonstrations of a dashboard camera I was thinking of getting. Well, what I found was quite helpful. Many of the results were a bit repetitive and didn't introduce a ton of new information, aside from individual opinions of what worked well and what didn't. One recently uploaded video, however, did stand out a bit from the rest that was simply called 2-Dashcam. A description hadn't been filled out and the uploader's account was a random assortment of numbers, but I decided I had nothing to lose by giving it a look. The general scene was of a young child sitting behind a rectangular table with nothing behind him except a door. After sitting silently for almost a minute, the child gave a shy greeting and explained several details about what may have been a dash cam. I can't really be sure due to how unusually vague the child was being, including descriptions like, "It has a good screen," "The body is strong," "It'll last a long time." In fact, at no point in the video was a dashcam shown or even named. Before the recording came to an end, the child sat in silence once more for another minute or so. My first instinct was to believe this was some kind of test video on a newly created account, which made me curious about the account itself. Maybe it would end up being wildly popular somehow and I'd be one of the first people to see it. Clicking on the profile itself revealed almost nothing had been filled out or added except for 2 videos, along with the one I had just watched. There was a video added only minutes before it called 1-Dashcam. The preview photo was nearly identical, the same child sitting in the same place, so I wondered if there were multiple attempts at the same thing. Just as before, I allowed my curiosity to get the best of me and I opened the second video. I could quickly tell that this really wasn't a video at all, and instead was one frozen frame from the other clip. A soft ringing noise grew louder during the first few seconds, followed by a robotic voice reading several facts about, apparently, the child. Name, Rodney Wilson, age 9, mother location, jail, father location, deceased, cause of death, beaten, burned. Several moments of silence later, the video ended. The horrible feeling that grew in my heart in response to what I had just heard was just indescribable. I told myself it was some cruel joke, but even if it was, finding humor in something so disturbing was completely uncalled for. There must have been a hint somewhere of what the purpose of the videos were, and while a bit unclear, one trait about the user's account caught my attention that I had missed before. A number of people were already subscribed, not many people, but more than seemed reasonable for an account made only hours earlier with random numbers as the name. I didn't question the subscribers too much since they all looked pretty normal at a glance, though seeing them gave me an idea. The best way to find out what these videos were was to simply wait for more of them, so I subscribed myself and left it at that for the time being. A good portion of the day passed before I logged back into YouTube to check on the account from earlier, though to my surprise it had been deleted. No more subscription, no more videos, that was it, or so I thought. The next morning I tried to shift my focus back to finding the dashcam information I'd originally been researching and was met with a message on my YouTube account. It was as follows. "Hello, you have been subscribed to Eyes Below the Sun study. Link 1, link 2. Please remember no one has been harmed." Due to the sender of the message being from another account of mixed numbers, I knew this must have come from the person behind the other profile or at least someone connected to that person. This was the first time I'd considered that some kind of study was being conducted, but I had to wonder who the subjects were, the people in the videos or the viewers. Whatever the case, I had told myself I'd wait for more videos and here they were, so I checked them both out. Each one mimicked the general layout of the videos before. One was of another child sitting in the same empty room, vaguely reviewing some kind of electronic. The title was 2 Radio. The other was once again a screenshot of the first with a robotic voice reading information about the child. Name, Richard Brown, age, 12, mother location, deceased, father location, unknown, cause of death, strangulation. Some hours later, the account was once again deleted. For several days, there seemed to be a clear formula at play. I'd be sent a message from a new account with 2 videos. One link would be of a child reviewing something, and the other would be a screenshot of the review video and information about the reviewer. Then, at the end of the day, the account would be taken down. Well, this was unusual. I was still waiting for a clear reason to think something was horribly wrong, besides the freeze frame videos reading details that I slowly suspected were made up. After almost a week, a message I reviewed renewed my feelings of concern. It was as follows. Hello, you have been subscribed to Eyes Below the Sun study. Link 1, Link 2. Please remember, Jessica refused to participate in the study. I slit her eyes. Oh God, no one was harmed. The first link, called One Pendant, describes some facts about the child as the previous videos did, but the robotic voice had been replaced with the recording of a woman. The child's name is Jessica. She's 7 years old and both of her parents are at unknown locations. Due to her refusal to follow procedures, appropriate actions will be taken. Odd. I clicked the next link and saw the usual setup of a child, presumably Jessica, sitting at a table. She began describing the pendant in a vague manner, which was no surprise. However, in the middle of her description, she suddenly stopped and began to weep. A woman standing out of view calmly asked the girl to keep her eyes on the camera, but she continued to cry for a while before asking, "What did you do to my mom?" While the second person in the room wasn't visible, I could guess she began moving around since the video started shaking. Suddenly, the camera was pushed to the side, exposing a door to the bathroom. The woman then revealed herself by entering the now visible second room, taking a moment to shuffle through a cabinet before returning with a pair of scissors. I wasn't able to get a good look at the person, but a large wound on her face was impossible to miss. It started at the corner of her mouth and carved halfway to her ear. The video then ended. This must have set off some kind of chain reaction, because the next 2 or 3 days had children who were all acting strange. They tried to describe whatever product they were assigned to while fighting back tears and glancing at something in the corner of the room out of view. Then I received another out-of-format message. Link 1. Do not be alarmed. There was only one link that day to something called Zero Eyes. But what could it be? I opened the video and was met with an empty room. Apparently the host hadn't been seated yet. Intense commotion could be heard outside, in the form of footsteps stomping down the hallway towards the door and muffled screaming, apparently from a kid. When the door opened, a man burst through holding a child in his arms. Tape had been put over the boy's mouth and his arms were tied behind his back. After kicking the door shut with his foot, the man practically threw the child onto the table with so much force that the camera fell over. The scene had changed from the usual table to the corner of the room where the previous children had been uncomfortably glancing at. Laying on the floor naked was the girl from the pendant video, motionless, with wounds covering her entire body. Dried blood streamed down from her eyelids that had been savagely cut or ripped off. While she had clearly been there for several days, her eyes were very slightly vibrated. The child was dying, but still alive. Suddenly, text on a black screen popped up with the words, "Do not be alarmed," for several moments before the video ended. This was the last straw. I wrote down the numbers of the account and the video name before rushing out of my house to the local police station. I can only imagine how frantic I looked when I got there. Even trying to speak was challenging, and it didn't help that the officers impatiently demanded I calm down. Eventually, however, I managed to tell them what I had seen, and they requested I sit tight while they check out the videos themselves right there. Maybe 15 minutes passed before the officers returned to me. Unfortunately, I didn't get there fast enough. The account and video had already been deleted. I didn't lose hope, however, because I knew I'd get another video the next day, so I promised to return when the proof of this nightmare arrived. That night I didn't sleep well, since the mental image of this mutilated girl was stuck in my brain. I couldn't check my messages on YouTube fast enough when I awoke, and what I found was the following. Hello, you have been unsubscribed to Eyes Below the Sun study. Link 1. Please remember no one was harmed. Upon clicking the link, I gasped at the title of the video. It was a 0 immediately followed by my YouTube username. With a terrible sinking feeling in my stomach, I sat back and watched the scene play. What followed was the regular room with no one visible once again. However, someone standing behind the camera slowly walked into view and positioned herself exactly where the children had sat. I recognized this woman as the one from the One Pendant video. The woman with the facial wound. She glared into the camera for a moment before saying, "I'm sorry you didn't understand what I set out to do, but it's not my responsibility to stop your imagination from forcing conclusions. I have made a point of telling all families that no one was hurt, and that is the truth. Bodily pain is an illusion. I'm not responsible for your understanding or lack of understanding of this basic concept." The woman then walked back to the camera and shut it off, ending the video. This was the last I heard of anything related to these series of events. I did make an attempt to return to the police that day with the video directed at me, but it had been deleted before I got to the station. One of the officers I spoke to mentioned the possibility of bringing up the web pages involved in one of those police internet history searches for deleted or changed websites. I don't know the specific name, unfortunately, and stated he'd look into it. 2 weeks have passed since that conversation. I have yet to hear back from them. The least I can do is share the story here, share it somewhere, so someone else knows what I've experienced. I've gone back to YouTube and searched countless products to try to find another video that may have been related and have come up completely empty. I'm going to keep looking. I feel like I have an obligation to, but for now, all I can say is thank you for reading. Update: I just got a really frightening message on Reddit and think I might be in danger. Here's the message. The addresses there are right. I'm going back to the police. This is really freaking me out. I hope you enjoyed the first story. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like as it really helps me out. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT. I also have a Twitter at YTChills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Let's get back to the stories. Number 2. I'm an ASMR artist. I started making videos a few months ago and I've become YouTube famous pretty quickly. I get a lot of posts on my videos, mostly nice people who just need help relaxing or going to sleep. I get a lot of weird messages too, perverted stuff, but mostly all stuff I ignore or is in good humor but just bad taste. I try not to notice these or let them bother me. Most of them are jokes anyway. Recently though, I got a weird post on a video that I wasn't sure was a joke. I've changed some of the names, and I've taken my channel down as a result of what I'm sharing below. What a liar. It was still up when I got to her computer. I deleted it. The message. Raoul Gen, 1 week ago. Dear Angelic Whispers, do you not know what your videos do to me? I want to touch your skin. I want to be in your eyes. I want you to be in mine. Angelic Whispers, 1 week ago. Ha ha ha, thanks. A little dramatic, but I'm glad you liked the video. Over the next few days, he posted comments in all of my videos. Raoul Gen, 6 days ago. Hi Aw, that's your new name for me now. You do make me say aw a lot when I watch your videos. Great job, you're really pretty. Raoul Gen, 6 days ago. I know you probably have a boyfriend and are used to these kinds of comments, but you are stunning. Raoul Gen, 6 days ago. You're sweet inside and out. Raoul Gen, 4 days ago. Your advice here is amazing. I had the same thing happen to me before. I got over it. Like you said, you just have to be yourself, and you Angelic Whispers are truly beautiful. Raoul Gen, 4 days ago. I feel sleepy the second I hear your voice. ZZ. Good night. And then this. Raoul Gen, 4 days ago. This one was really good. I really like your hair. Hey, by the way, I swear I saw you at the mall last week, but I wasn't sure. I'm pretty shy in person, so I didn't go up to you. Were you wearing a big red hat? Angelic Whispers, 4 days ago. Nope, that wasn't me. It was me. The following sequence took place over 3 days. I was away and couldn't check my YouTube account, no internet, and came back to these comments posted in the video. Raoul Gen, 3 days ago. Dear Angelic Whispers, I'm really distraught right now. I'm watching an old video of yours, staring at your beautiful lips, which spoke to me in an audible Greek, and in your background on your vanity was the red hat I saw you wearing last week at the mall. I saw you at the bus stop too, by the way. You took the 93. I know it for a fact. It was you, and I'm really hurt by you lying to me. I'm not a weirdo or some messed up person. I'm actually a not bad looking guy, just a little shy maybe, but that's because I spend a lot of time reading and I don't think anyone has much in common with me, except for you. You'd be surprised, if we could ever meet in person, by how much we share in common. I'd love to meet you sometime, maybe at the mall. I'll be there Saturday. I'll wear a blue hat so you can recognize me. I know how you look, so if I see you, I'll actually come up and say hi to you this time. Nothing crazy, although I'm coming off a bit nuts now. Nothing committal. I'd just love to meet you in person. Raul again 3 days ago. LOL, it's definitely you. I saw you on Tinder. I swiped right. Hope you swipe me back. Raul again 2 days ago. You never came. Haha, it's okay. You're probably busy with school and stuff. Me too. Maybe we'll bump into each other on campus. I think we go to the same school too. Nothing else happened for a month. I had gotten a little YouTube fame from the videos I'd been making, and had gotten a couple messages from the mother of ASMR artist Soft Dawn. I asked her what I should do about the posts I had gotten. She told me one of the tricks other girls were using was to wear a wedding ring. I went out and got a ring I would wear when I film my videos. I posted a new video tonight. Right away it got some views and a comment. Raul again 7 hours ago. Oh, now I see you're wearing a wedding ring this video. Did you do that because of me? Are you really married? Do you not realize what you're doing when you make these things? They're not just videos to me. Angelic Whispers 7 hours ago. Hi Raul, I'm not being mean. I just never wore my ring before today. I hope this doesn't change how you feel about my videos. Raul again 7 hours ago. The thing is, I know who you really are in real life. I don't understand you. You show your face in a video, talk about yourself, record these things in your bedroom. I can see out onto the street. I know exactly where you live. View all 15 replies. Jake Jennings 7 hours ago. That's messed up. I hope you're just kidding, and even then, not very funny. Bailey Gaga 7 hours ago. Not funny. Raul again 4 hours ago. At Angelic Whispers. No one believes me. I can prove it. Give me 5 minutes. And this time I'm not going to let you get away. View all 4 replies. Jake Jennings 4 hours ago. Maybe you should call the cops or call a friend if you're home alone. At Angelic Whispers. Raul again 4 hours ago. She lives alone. I'm already here. You left the kitchen window open. At Angelic Whispers. At Jake Jennings. Jake Jennings 4 hours ago. Is everything okay? This has to be some sick joke. I've reported his comments. At Angelic Whispers. It's been 4 hours. I'm frozen in my chair. I've heard something bang in the kitchen about an hour ago, but things fall sometimes. It's 3 a.m. My bedroom door is locked. I'm afraid to make a sound. It feels like the second I break this silence. Am I being crazy? I've been officially creeped out from making these ASMR videos, but I really love doing it, and this is probably just a bad joke. I might just go to bed soon, with all the lights on of course. It's times like this I wish I had a dog, or a roommate. I'll just keep browsing Reddit until I fall asleep. He said the window in the kitchen was open, but it never is. Wait, what's this? Raul again 1 minute ago. At Angelic Whispers. What did you make me do? When the man came into the kitchen, I thought it was your husband, your boyfriend, or whoever. I strangled him, and I waited for you. I waited a long time. After a while, I went into the bedroom and saw someone asleep in bed. She was fast asleep. I knew it wasn't you right away. I was in the wrong house. I had to kill her too before I left. Both of them are dead because you wouldn't meet me. And then you lied. Why did you lie? You know, you seem so genuine in your videos, but you're not. You're a liar, an actor. You think you're helping people, but you're not. I really thought we had a connection, but I was wrong. I'll still find you. Maybe I got the house wrong, but I know for sure what street you live on. And I'm going to try a couple more houses before dawn. I'm writing this on my phone. There's a house with a light on I see. That might be yours. I know you said you have trouble sleeping. Well, so do I. Raul again, now. At Angelic Whispers. It's definitely your house this time. I saw the light go off. Edit. Looky, a Reddit account too. Edit number 2. Why do people lie? Edit number 3. I am not a liar. Edit. Just waiting here until the sun goes down. I have to clean up this mess. This was fun at first, but now it isn't. Now that I realize what I have done, please don't hate me. Edit. I can't do this. There is a mess everywhere. I tried to dispose of. I can't do this. I know what I've done is wrong. I can't do this. Please, don't hate me. This world is full of liars, and I should have been stronger. I'm sorry. When the police come, they will find 2 bodies in this house because I can't live with this. I will hurt more people, I think, if I try. And 2 more down the road in the gray brick house 5 houses down. I have hers. Plied. I'm sorry. So sorry. But where is she now? She is gone. And where am I going? I'm so sorry. I know many of you didn't believe this, and that may have been a good thing, but to my family and hers, I will never be forgiven for what I've done. Edit. I just woke up from trying to hang myself. It didn't work, I guess, because I woke up on the floor. The rope had snapped. I won't try again. When I kicked the chair from my feet and started to strangle, I felt immediate regret, not for what I'd done, but that I tried to kill myself. I'm not sure I feel any remorse now at all, since it was decided I should live and not die for what I've done. I was not in the wrong, even though it's sad 2 innocent people died. It was not my fault. Thank you for being with me during this. I'm leaving the house now. Goodbye. It might be a while before I watch any ASMR videos, but there are some good channels out there, and pretty girls running them, so it will be hard. I don't know if they are all liars, but I hope they are not. Number 3. Let me begin by disclaiming that I'm not schizophrenic. I don't have any psychological issues of the sort. If you aren't going to believe me, then don't listen to my story. For the past 6 months, I've really liked using guided spoken meditations to fall asleep. I always end up returning back to the same channel on YouTube. It works wonders for me. I fall asleep with my mind at peace and my worries lifted. Then last night I decided to try a different video I had never seen before. The thumbnail caught my attention immediately. It was a picture of what seemed like to be stars, but the stars came together to form a smiling face with large circular hollow eyes made of the stars. The video was titled Guided Meditation, Immersive Astrological Journey, Nightman. So I clicked on the video, got nice and comfortable, and closed my eyes. It started like any other meditation I had heard before. If you've never done this before, basically a person doing a voiceover tells you to relax, breathe deeply, and clear your mind. Once that process is done, the visual or imaginative part of the meditation begins. Last night I was pretty exhausted, so I ended up nodding off before the visual portion even began. The last thing I remember before falling asleep was breathing in to the count of 4, holding, then exhaling to the count of 5. Sometime later I woke up in sleep paralysis. The headphones were still in my ears, and the meditation was still going, except there was no voiceover. There was no soothing descriptions for visualization. There was a loud, and I mean loud, static sound, like the kind you hear on the radio. The most accurate thing I could find is this. Then there was this incessant whispering. It was so low and gravelly, it almost sounded like a growl. It said over and over, "He watches from above. He watches from above." I laid there paralyzed with an indescribable sense of dread washing over me. I wanted to move. I wanted my body to wake up, and I wanted the goddamn video to stop, but it just kept going. The more the voice repeated, "He watches from above," the more terrified I became. I had this feeling like I knew something was watching me. This went on for what seemed like hours, but it could have been only 20 minutes because the video was only 31 minutes long to begin with. When I finally was able to break out of the paralysis, I tilted my head up and saw it, a big black shape stretching out over my bed. Its neck was elongated to the point where its face hovered a foot over my own. Oh man, its face. Its eyes were abnormally large and round and white with these massive pupils, like a cat gets when it's about to pounce on something. Its nose was like a goat's or something, just these 2 black, deep slits. I can't think about its mouth without feeling sick. I could smell its breath. It smelled like rotting carcasses and mold. The mouth was wide, and it seemed to be smiling. It had rows and rows of tiny sharp teeth. If lamprey eels could smile, it would look exactly like what I saw. For reference, here's a lamprey eel's mouth. I stared at it, paralyzed for fear for 5 hours until the sun came up. Once the sun had started to come through my windows at around 6 a.m., it started crawling backwards off my ceiling and seemed to ooze out into the closet floor and disappear. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I've done to myself. All I know is that I would rather collapse from sleep deprivation than ever willingly go to sleep again. Number 4. This evening I tried to log into my account, which I used to upload gaming videos to, and I couldn't. After an age of attempting password resets, my email was taken too. I had a history of my things getting hacked. This evening I was in a call with my friend. He was looking at my channel and saw that some of my videos had been taken off. After further inspection, a video had also been uploaded simply titled 1. He obviously assumed I was trying to pull an elaborate prank on him. I wasn't. Here's the video. All that appears is some brief text with a strange backtrack, then more code. We have no idea what it says, then a second video titled, yes, you guessed it, 2, but this time the code was visual. The Morse code in this one, which we translated as it was just a visual, said hello. I thought I'd share it with you. We'll update soon with any new details. Thank you for listening. If you can help with translations, please don't hesitate to ask. Me and my friend will keep checking the channel. Edit, the third is out. We tried translating it, but no luck. Seems to say, M. Freet, maybe a name. We'll keep you posted. Edit 2, fourth out. The text, are you ready? And an ominous picture to a very weird sound, like an old router processing. Edit 3. The new one is out. It's creepy as shit. The description is, say hi in Morse, and the main text in the video translates to, you killed him. I'm really creeped out. Edit 4. New one. This is getting ridiculous. Black Coach will put the full translations in the comments, but in the end of the video there is a somewhat disturbing picture of a man with a bag over his head. Edit 5. Just watch for yourself. I don't know what's going on anymore. Edit 6.
Where I walked down the side streets under the trees with a headache, self-conscious.
Edit 7. It keeps getting worse, I'm sorry. Edit 8. I'm going to sleep. He just uploaded a new video. I can't cope with watching it. Please, I need to sleep. Edit 9. Couldn't sleep. New video. He's actively commenting.
I saw you, Walt Whitman, childless, lonely old lover, poking among the meat in the refrigerator, eyeing the grocery boy.
Edit 10. I can hear now. Edit 11. Alex, my friend who was with me in the call, Benjamin, me. He's addressing everyone in the call. I'm not scared anymore. I feel like the next few hours are inevitable. Edit 12. The house is getting colder. The heating is supposed to be on and it's summer. It's calming now. Edit 13. I have another person in the call from here. It's calming me somewhat. Nothing new is happening video-wise. Number 5. Hi, I'm in my car in the parking lot of a Starbucks right now, using their Wi-Fi, and I'm super scared. This YouTube video, it's not scary without context, but hear me out and let me know how concerned I should be and what is the best course of action. I am in a small town in a rural area, about 100 miles from the big city where I live. I came up here to crash at my parents' country house while I deal with some stuff. Dealing with stuff involved with me getting hammered one night, or every night, but one night in particular, and wandering out into the woods to piss. It was way too dark for such a journey, but I was drunk and it seemed like a good idea. I grabbed a flashlight and walked deep into the woods I haven't been in since I was a kid. I stumbled through the woods making all kinds of noise, snapping branches, etc. I get deep enough to piss. I remember my logic was something about bringing the piss back to nature, and I whip it out. Well, it's tough to hold a dick and a flashlight at the same time, so of course I drop the goddamn flashlight and piss all over myself. When the flashlight hits the ground and the battery pops out, I'm left in utter darkness. I've been stumbling around looking for the battery for a bit, no luck. It bounced away. When I hear I'm blinded by a bright light. The light only goes on for a second, then goes off. Obviously I was terrified, so I just ran in the general direction of my house and got lucky, slammed right into the garage. I hadn't even left the porch lights on, like an idiot. I get back in the house and lock myself in a bedroom. I drink. I slowly convince myself that the light was nothing to worry about. I decided on a trick of the eyes, and then I forget about it and pass out. In the morning, hungover, I remember the light and blamed it on the drinking, some kind of drunk phenomena. I made myself breakfast and walked around the house cleaning out my beer cans. Eventually I sat down to my computer and found this. This video was open in a tab next to the dumb Reddit thread I've been reading. There was no option to press back. It was the first page that had been visited in that tab. That's me. Those are the clothes I was wearing when I went out to take the piss. I don't know what the 3 lights are behind me, and I don't know who took the video. Right now I'm on my laptop in my car in a Starbucks parking lot. I checked the back of my car, don't worry, I'm not that stupid. Do I have the right to be concerned here? I don't really have any proof of anything. The cops would say I just made that video myself. Can I somehow figure out where the video was uploaded from? And my laptop webcam just turned on. Yesterday, I posted about my suspicions that I might have a stalker or something. I've seen a new video and I'm still processing it. I thought about calling the police, but decided that that one video being open on my computer is not enough evidence to do anything about it. I searched the house, locked up, and took the train home, back to my real apartment in the outer borough of NYC, which is where I am now. I've been obsessively watching the video since I got home, obviously. I saw a lot of what you guys figured out by looking at it frame by frame, and it freaked me out too much, so I couldn't read all of it. But as I was watching the video for the 1000th time, an annotation popped up. I didn't refresh or anything, it just popped up. It's still there now. It says, "Wish you were here. Look." Then it links to this. That's a video of, and again, I'm not 100% sure, the view through the window of the train that goes from the little town my country house is to Grand Central Station, the same train I took. I don't know what to do. Was so excited to see that snmrrw, as you know him, Dave to me, shared my videos with you guys. I'm so glad you like them. I have so many hits. The silly goose left his computer open again, so I'm using his account. I'm sure he'll enjoy these internet posts from my latest video, haha. Isn't that cute? Just me and Davey watching TV like we used to when we were kids. I ran out of battery partway through, but me and Davey watched TV for a long time. I hope we can watch TV forever. Thanks to all who watched. Maybe we can be friends too. Love, Curtis.